And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Mayers versus Reedy. Step forward, please.
20-year-old hospital patient transporter Terrence Mayers is suing his ex-girlfriend, 21-year-old clothing salesperson Nicole Reedy, for breaking an apartment lease. Nicole is countersuing, claiming she paid Terrence's bills while he was unemployed.
Mr. Mayers, you and Miss Reedy had a relationship and decided to move into an apartment together. You signed the 6-month lease. According to your complaint, the defendant moved out 2 months shy of the 6 months. Is that right?
Correct.
And you want her to be responsible for her portion of the lease because you moved in together with the understanding that you would each be responsible for 50% of the bills.
Correct.
In addition, you want her to be responsible for some furniture that was purchased, I assume purchased for this apartment.
Correct.
You claim that the furniture was purchased because the defendant wanted the furniture, so you purchased it on your credit card.
Right.
You have the furniture.
In storage, yes, I do.
But you want her to pay for it because she wanted it.
Right.
Ms. Reedy has a counterclaim. She says for the majority of the time that you lived together, you weren't working. She paid the bills. So she's got a counterclaim. Is that right?
Yes.
When did you move out?
I moved out in May, but I still paid that rent. We both did not physically move out until June, the beginning of June.
Okay, so nobody paid June's rent and nobody paid July's rent.
I paid June's. The lease actually goes through August.
So it's really just July and August.
Right.
2 months, not paid. Where were you working in February of 2003?
I was working for Manpower, and I have a letter stating the dates that I was employed through them.
Let me see the letter. Okay, so you worked for them until March of 2003.
Correct.
Who did you work for after March?
In May, I began working for...
Just a second. So you didn't work for anybody in April?
No, ma'am.
Who paid the rent in April?
I borrowed money from my older brother, and...
Show me.
I don't have that with me.
You weren't coming to a dance today, so you were coming to court. So who paid May's rent?
We both paid. We split it.
Could you split it if you weren't working?
I borrowed money from my brother.
Again? And you have no proof of that, is that right?
No, ma'am.
All right, let's talk about April and May's rent. Do you have proof that you paid it?
I have proof for May's.
That'll do.
These are, I had to do money orders, and the rent was $5.95. There's one for $4.95 and one for $100.
Now, let's talk about the rent. He says he borrowed money from his brother. Is that true?
No, it is not. That is a lie.
Who paid the rent?
I did.
When he wasn't working?
Yes.
Okay. Now, Mr. Mayers, I want you to start off with this premise, sir. The premise is that I do not believe you borrowed money from your brother to contribute to the rent. Okay?
Okay.
That she paid the rent for those 2 months because you were out of work. Now, there are 2 months left remaining on the lease. That's pretty much a quid pro quo. Pay it. We understand each other?
All right.
Good. Now let's talk about the furniture.
Now, we both, when we first moved into the apartment, we went down to IKEA, and we picked out furniture. So we went to go apply for an IKEA card. She was denied. She had overextended her credit, so I ended up having to put it on mine. And when she moved out, you know, I tried to, you know, work things out to where we both pay this bill off, but she ignored my phone calls. And
well, but you have the furniture.
she didn't want it. When she
right?
moved out, she just took the bed, and that was it.
Go ahead, I'll hear you.
When we moved out, I stated to him that whoever takes the furniture should take the bill, and he told me he was taking everything.
Now, Miss Reedy, I'm going to get to your counterclaim. You're entitled to nothing, and I'm going to tell you why. Because you wrote in your answer, we lived together as a married couple. He was out of work for a while. You covered the rent. You moved out, he's got to pay the last 2 months. That's a wash. You understand?
Yes.
So, you got the furniture?
Yes, ma'am.
You pay the bill. She covered 2 months when you were out of work. You cover the last 2 months.
There's still utilities and I add on like the water bill and things
Listen
like
to me.
that.
For the months that you were out of work, she paid those bills.
She didn't pay all the bills by herself.
Well, sir, listen to me. You're not going to find a court that's going to go over an $11.95 bill and say, well, she didn't pay the whole thing. You were out of work. She covered the bills, because I don't believe that you borrowed money from your brother. When she moved out, and she had no right to move out, sticking you with the rent, if in fact you're going to pay the rent to the landlord and not make him chase you all over town, you cover that bill, because she did when you needed her. Right? Goodbye. Have a happy life.
24-year-old administrative assistant Allison Sherry is suing her ex-boyfriend, 23-year-old carpenter Alex Shearer, for breaking a lease, breaking a PlayStation, and stealing a ring.
Yeah, this is case number 574 on the calendar in the matter of Sherry versus Shearer. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated.
Miss Sherry, the defendant was your boyfriend and you lived together for a period of time. It is your claim that he moved out before a lease that you had both signed was up. You want him to pay his half of the rent for the duration of the lease.
Yes.
You want him to pay for certain personal property that he took, a ring of yours, that he broke your son's PlayStation. You want him to pay for that.
Yes.
In general, you're just not happy with him.
Right.
Mr. Shearer says that he couldn't live with you, that you made living there unbearable for him. It got to be violent. And he did, in fact, take a ring that I think belongs to you. But he said he took it because you took it off after an argument, and he said you didn't want it anymore, so he took it. As far as the PlayStation is concerned, Mr. Shearer says that he broke that by accident, but you stepped on his model plane on purpose, and it was much more important and had sentimental value to him, and the PlayStation didn't have sentimental value to you, so you're even. Sounds like a very mature relationship. How old is your son?
6.
Not Mr. Shearer's child.
Amen.
How long have you and Mr. Shearer been an item?
It would be a year in April.
When did you move in together?
We moved in together in New York for the first time at the end of last year.
So you knew him a couple of weeks before you moved in together?
Yes. And we decided to move down to North Carolina in November of 2004.
And that's when you signed the lease?
Yes.
What was your arrangement with regard to the rent?
We were both responsible for half of everything.
Is that the arrangement?
We didn't have any arrangement, basically. We had both signed the lease that we both agreed to, but as far as who was going to pay for what, there was nothing, we didn't have any type of agreement, basically.
Well, how was the rent paid when you were living in New York?
She paid the rent, but I gave her money every week.
How did you do that?
At the end of the week when I got paid, I just gave her cash.
How much cash did you give her?
Between $100 and $200 a week.
Is that right?
Yes.
And is that what happened when you moved down in November?
No. When we moved down in November, we took our money, we put it together, and we got into the house. We didn't...
Okay, just a second. So you each had a savings account?
No, we were both working.
So you had a checking account, and each of you put your money in a pot?
No, we had cash.
Well, what do you do for a living?
I'm an administrative assistant for a flooring company.
So you get paid by check?
Yes.
And you?
I'm in construction.
You get paid by check as well?
No, I get paid in cash.
What kind of construction are you in, sir?
General contracting, interior finishing work.
You do file tax returns, don't you?
Yes.
What happened when you moved out, sir? And what date was that?
I'm not sure exactly what the date was.
Maybe you know.
February 18th.
So you lived there November, December,
I'm
January.
sorry, we got into a fight on the 18th. He moved out on the 20th.
So you lived there for 3 months?
Yes.
And how was the money handled from November until February?
In November, we were staying at my uncle's house. We stayed there until February. We signed the lease in February.
Oh, so you were only there for a couple of weeks?
Yes.
Well, what happened on February 18th?
We got into an argument. I had gotten a phone call from an old friend who I hadn't talked to in a long time. Alexander got very mad, very angry. He was slamming doors. I went in to talk to him. He didn't want to talk to me. We just started arguing about everything, and He started running through the house and breaking things.
Did you break anything?
Yes, I did.
What did you break?
He was running through the house. He went in my son's room and he was looking for something that he couldn't find. He was destroying the room.
What was he looking for?
I don't know.
So what did you do?
So I told him if he did not stop destroying my son's room, I was going to go and break his plane because he was destroying the room.
What do you mean destroying the room? Explain
Ripping
that to me,
things apart, ripping things out of the closet, moving everything around.
But not breaking anything.
No.
He didn't break anything.
No.
So you told him if he didn't stop acting a little bit crazy, you were going to break something.
Yes.
And what did you choose to break?
His airplane.
Now, why did you choose to break his airplane?
Because it's the
Sherry?
only thing he cares about.
Why is it the only thing he cares about?
He's infatuated with helicopters and airplanes.
Who made it?
I guess he did.
Is that right?
Yes.
How big was it?
It had a wingspan of 53 inches.
So that's a pretty big plane. Where was it kept?
I'd keep it in the house, but she didn't want me keeping it in the house. She said it had to stay in the garage, so that's where it was.
How did you break it?
I stepped on it.
And you stepped on it because it's the only thing he cared about?
Yes.
Nice. And 2 days later, he moved out?
Yes.
Doesn't sound to me as if you were the kind of lady I'd like to live with.
He's not the easiest person to live with either.
That's fine. Then he should move out.
I understand that, but we moved into the place, we signed a lease, we were both responsible. The only reason we moved to North Carolina was so that we could be together. I didn't even want to move down there.
Listen, when you have an argument, if what you did was you chose to destroy the only thing that he values, which is what you told me. I chose to go in and to destroy the only thing that Mr. Sierra cares about. You chose to destroy?
Your Honor, he was destroying my son's room.
No, he wasn't. He was pulling things apart.
No, he was
just
ripping
listen to
the
me.
room apart.
Listen to me. I asked you specifically. I said, did he break anything? You said no. But I told him to stop because he was acting nutty. And if he didn't, I was going to go and destroy the only thing that was valuable to him. So you did it. So you're living in the house. You're living by yourself. Sounds perfect to me. Did you sign off on the lease?
No, I haven't.
Well, I would if I were you, sir, because if she doesn't pay the rent, they're going to come after you.
Right.
What was the rent?
It was about $975 a month.
What was the
$925.
What?
$925.
And what was your rent in New York?
$1,200.
Well, so if you could afford $1,200 in New York, you can afford $925 in Carolina. All right, so let's move on from the rent. Now you heard my answer, madam. You know, there are consequences to people's actions.
I understand
the
that.
consequence to your action, there is a consequence to your action.
I understand that. Is there a consequence to his action? I have a police
listen,
report against him.
Listen to me I don't care what you have. I'm taking evidence now. There is a consequence to your actions. If you choose to move out of this apartment, and if the landlord chooses to go against you and or the defendant for the rent, that's a whole different story. But what you want is you want him to pay half the rent while you're living there. And I'm telling you that I believe that he had not only the right, but in addition to having the right, he exercised good judgment in moving out when you chose during the course of an argument to destroy the only thing that you say he valued. And I'm saying before this escalated into violence, and violence would have been perpetrated in the presence of your 6-year-old son, he exercised good judgment in moving out, and you pay the rent. Now we're moving on to the PlayStation.
Judgment. He did put his hands on me in front of my son. I have the pictures, I have the proof, the document, and everything.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Who caused the accident?
I caused the accident.
Then you pay for it.
I didn't do it deliberately. It was an accident.
I don't give a rat's behind whether you did it deliberately or in your sleep.
And later today,
She come flying over the hill, and she come hit me and knocked me into the ditch.
And you think he's responsible for that?
I don't think he should have been out blowing leaves off his driveway at 9 o'clock at night.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Allison Cherry says ex-boyfriend Alex Shearer owes for breaking a lease, breaking a PlayStation, and stealing a ring. Alex says he moved out after Allison smashed his model airplane.
You broke the PlayStation.
Yes.
You have to pay for that.
It was an accident. I didn't do it.
If it's an accident,
right,
Mr. Sierra, during the course of this whole thing, somebody has to pay for it.
Exactly. Yes.
Who caused the accident?
I caused the accident.
Then you pay for it.
She's not paying for my airplane.
She's stuck with the whole rent.
because she decided to stay there, though. She could have left, and
I could not leave. They would not let me out of the lease.
Just a second.
If
Just
she-
a second. Mr. Sierra, did you hear what I said, sir? You broke the kid's PlayStation. You're going to pay for it.
I didn't do it deliberately. It was an
I
accident.
don't give a rat's behind whether you did it deliberately or in your sleep. And if you had a counterclaim with regard to the airplane, I would entertain it. But you don't. How much was the PlayStation?
$150.
Now, where's the ring you took?
It's in New York.
What's it doing in New York?
I bought the ring for her because she had told me that she wanted it. She had always worn it. She likes her rings and always wears them at all times. The only time she ever takes them off is when she goes to sleep. When we were fighting, she took it off and she put it on the counter in the bathroom, as if to say that she didn't want anything to do with me anymore. So as I was leaving, I decided that she didn't want it anymore, obviously, because she took it off. So if she didn't want it, I would take it.
Well, you can't do that, Mr. Sierra. Once you make a gift, she could do whatever she wants with it. She wants to take it, she wants to bury it in the backyard and put a tombstone over it. That's her prerogative. You understand?
Yes.
She wants to make that a symbol of you, the demise of your relationship. She can do that. It's not up to you to determine what you're going to do with a gift that you've given that you have no control over anymore.
Okay.
So, you have to return the ring to her. 5 days from today, she's to get it back. Clear?
Yes.
Perfect. Anything else we have to discuss?
Electric bills from when he was there and when we were staying at my uncle's house.
I'm not interested in that. You get your ring and your son's PlayStation. The other
we were
stuff
both-
is nonsense.
We were responsible for the electric bill at my uncle's and also in the new house. So he's not responsible for any of his bills?
He's not responsible for anything, madam, for the 2 weeks that he was living in the apartment.
What about the 3 months we were living at my uncle's house?
I'm not hearing it. Get over it. It's over. You get your ring back, and he had no right to break your son's PlayStation. And you had no right to destroy his property.
And he had no right to take my phone, so I couldn't call anybody to come into the house, and he had no right to leave
All right, the
marks on my
following
body.
is the judgment of the court. The plaintiff gets $150 for the PlayStation and her ring back in 5 days. Thank you very much. Have a happy life.
Why does that excuse you? Step out.
It had been building up and got out of hand, basically.
He should have had to pay for what he did. Instead, he gets to run home to daddy and do nothing.
She made it a point that I couldn't have any of my ex-girlfriends calling me.
He was just jealous over anybody that talked to me.
We were both jealous people, and, you know, it just, one thing led to another, and it escalated to the point in which it did.
21-year-old student Lindsay Highland is suing her ex-boyfriend, 22-year-old Eddie Rubio, and his friend, 22-year-old Jason Johnson, for wrecking a car that was rented in her name.
Order. All rise. Yeah, this is case number 233 on the calendar in the matter of Highland versus Rubio Johnson.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Judge. Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated.
Miss Highland, you did a very, very stupid thing that I'm sure you'll never, never do again, which is that you allowed both of these gentlemen to use your credit card for the purposes of renting a car. There was an accident. I understand the accident wasn't their fault, according to their answer, but you still got stuck with the bill.
Yes, ma'am.
And you want them to reimburse you for that bill.
Yes, ma'am.
They say you should have gotten insurance, right?
Yes. Yes.
Which one of these gentlemen do you know?
Eddie, the one in the blue.
How do you know Eddie?
Me and Eddie have been dating. We started dating in September.
Are you still dating?
No.
When did you stop dating?
We stopped dating about 3 weeks after the accident.
And tell me about the request to use your credit card and when that was.
Around the last week of February, Eddie approached me concerning their Mardi Gras trip. They said they had all their plans taken care of, but the matter of a rental car was the problem. They said that they couldn't rent a car because none of them had a credit card. So
how did they get a room for Mardi Gras? How did you get a room, Eddie?
We stayed with the sister.
And there were 3 of you going?
Yes, there was.
And none of you had a credit card?
None of us.
How old are you?
I'm 22.
Well, ma'am, I did have a credit card. It's just we went to the airport to rent one, and they said I had to be 23 years of age, so they wouldn't let me.
Oh.
But I had one.
How old are you?
I'm 22.
How old are you?
21.
How come it was okay for her to rent a car using her credit card?
They went to a different location than I went to.
Well, why didn't you go to the same location she went to?
I had no means of transportation.
Your Honor, I offered to take all of the guys to the rental place with me. Eddie was the only one who decided to go. Jason decided to stay in bed. He didn't want to go that
Were
day.
you living together?
No. We lived close by each other. Those two were living together at the time.
Okay. So you went to a rental place, and which rental place did you go to?
Enterprise.
Who went? You?
Myself and Eddie.
Let me see the paperwork that you filled out. And who filled it out?
I did.
And when she filled out the paperwork, Eddie, where were you?
I was right beside her.
Did you put him down as a driver?
I put all of them down as a driver.
Authorized drivers over 21. No, it doesn't list anybody else's name.
She didn't ask me. She said, are all the guys going to be driving? I said, yes, ma'am.
You got to be more careful.
Yes, ma'am.
But he was there.
He was
right?
Yes, I was.
And you were watching her fill this out.
Yes, I was.
And you saw that she declined any insurance.
No, I didn't. I thought
well,
she
then
had
you should have
insurance.
looked more carefully.
Ma'am, we discussed in my house that we were going to get the insurance. And we had already figured the price in for the insurance. So when they went, she had the money. So we knew that there was going to be insurance. So there was no need to ask after that.
Go ahead. Your Honor, at the time when we went to rent the car, none of them had very much money. I lent Eddie $200 to make the trip.
Is that right, Eddie?
Yes, she did.
Go ahead.
And when the lady asked me, she said, would you like insurance? And I looked at Eddie, I said, you'll be driving the car, it'll be in your possession. He said, we can't afford it, we don't need it.
Did you say that to her?
No,
Eddie?
I didn't, ma'am.
Just say you weren't there, right?
No, ma'am.
Move over. And don't open your mouth again. And take your hands away from your pockets. Don't open your mouth again, because you weren't there, because you didn't get out of bed.
Yes, ma'am.
So don't open your mouth again until I ask you a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Good. You were standing there and you saw her fill out this form where she declined insurance. There is no question in my mind that if you didn't watch her, you should have.
I thought she got the insurance.
I don't care what you thought. What'd you go there with her for?
Because we needed to get the car, and it just went. She wanted someone to go with her, and I did. I thought she had insurance. I thought she...
You're supposed to know. And I believe her when she says that she said to you, and you said, we don't have that much money. It'll be fine.
No, I didn't, ma'am.
Especially since you didn't even have enough money to go on the trip.
I loaned some money. I paid her back.
No, you didn't loan. You borrowed.
Borrowed some money.
How much money did they give you for the car?
Eddie and Jason gave me $90 a piece, and they said that they were going to pay the rest when they got back. We didn't have to pay for the car until we returned it.
What about the third person?
No.
So they didn't even have enough money to give you the entire amount of money before they went?
No.
You're really not smart. You'll never do it again.
No, ma'am.
And you will certainly tell all your friends, letting anybody else rent a car on their credit card is the dumbest thing that you can do.
Yes, Your
well,
Honor.
among the dumbest things that you can do.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Who was driving?
Ryan,
Where is he?
he's not here.
He was afraid to fly.
No, my dear, he was afraid of me.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Lindsay Highland says ex-boyfriend Eddie Rubio and his friend Jason Johnson owe for a wrecked car. Lindsay says the vehicle was rented with her credit card.
You took a chance. You lost. Why should she get stuck with your problem? What do you do for a living?
I'm a student
A student where?
at Upper Iowa University.
When are you graduating?
Next year.
Why is it taking you so long?
I just took a year off college.
Why did you take off a year?
I just wanted to take off a year. Didn't feel like going to school for the year, so I took it off.
Who's paying for your school now?
Financial aid and loans. But when we got the car, I told her to get the insurance because I've been through it in the past.
No.
And I had
No,
insurance.
sweetheart. You did not tell her to get the insurance because it was too much money. It would have practically doubled the cost of the car to get the insurance. You didn't even have enough money to give her for the rental car to begin with. And even if you said to her, get the insurance, you were standing right there. You have a mouth. You say to her, Lindsay, I told you we must have the insurance. I'm not taking the car out without the insurance. You could say that, can't you? And I want you to repeat after me. Lindsay,
Lindsay,
I'm not taking the car out without the insurance.
I'm not taking the car out without the
See how easy that was?
I did do it.
No, no, no. So, I'm not taking the car out without insurance. Here it is the paperwork. Even after you took a year off from college, you didn't lose the first 3 years, so I assume you can read English. Is that right, Eddie?
Yes, I can.
So that you have an opportunity to look at the paperwork before you put it in the car, right?
Correct.
The fact that you didn't, that's your problem.
We didn't find out until we got in the accident.
Listen to me, Eddie.
So.
You're not following what I'm saying to you. You were there with her. Lindsay, I'm not taking the car out without the insurance. You look at the paperwork, which you keep in the car, because you have to keep the paperwork in the car, right, Eddie?
Yes.
And you say, I can't take this car out, it doesn't have insurance. I'm not obligating myself. I'm leaving the car here. What do you want?
They told me that that I could just use my insurance. If anything happened, I could just put it on my insurance.
Who told you that?
The guys. They were all aware that there was no insurance.
I believe that they were. Now, Eddie, tell me about the accident.
We're coming back, and in Jackson, Mississippi, there was a semi that...
Give me whole sentences. There's a semi what?
Semi
means half. There's a half.
No,
What you talk to me
semi-truck.
is about a half. There was a half that what?
There was a semi-truck that ran us off the road, and we hit the embankment, and they came back and hit it again. We had a flat tire, so we couldn't chase them, so he just left, and they...
Just a second. So a truck hit you. Let me get this. Truck hit you, and then after it hit you, it came back and it hit you again?
Well, we hit the side rail, and they came back, and we met again.
Oh, okay. It didn't come back to hit you purposely
Yeah.
for the second time. Is that right?
Correct.
Go ahead.
So it was considered a hit and run, so it wasn't our fault.
Mm-hmm.
So why should we pay if she should have got the insurance?
May I speak?
Who was driving?
Ryan,
Where is he?
he's not here. He didn't show up.
He was afraid to fly. And he told...
No, my dear. He was afraid of me.
Yes.
All right. Move over. What do you want?
Ma'am, I did have enough money for the insurance because I was going to use my credit card to rent the car. So when we went and found out the first time, I had enough on my card. I just was not of age.
Listen to me. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. I coulda rented the car on my credit card. I woulda if I got out of bed. And I coulda because I had enough money. But you didn't. Right?
No, ma'am.
What should this cost you?
$7,800. And Your Honor, this has gone on my credit, and I am in
Just a second. So have you paid it?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So the money has to go to Enterprise.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
And so you're suing for the maximum allowable in this court, which is $5,000, but whatever recovery that you make, the check will be made payable to Enterprise. Okay.
And this is now affecting my financial aid, and I may not be able to finish my senior year of college.
Well, next time, you think twice about, being foolish. It's certainly not affecting his last year of college, and it looks to me as if you're going to get a lot more out of your last year of college than Eddie. You can move back now. The two of you were responsible because you had an agreement with her. Your agreement was that you were going to rent this car. She was merely providing the mechanism for you to do that. You had the opportunity to use his credit card, chose not to do that. You used hers. You had knowledge of the fact that insurance was declined. You chose to drive the car anyway. This is your problem, not hers. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $5,000. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I'm glad that she saw that I made a mistake, but that they were ultimately responsible.
I feel bad, but it's her fault. She should have got the insurance.
He refused to pay me back. He said that it was my problem, and he understands we're going out, but he can't afford it, and I signed the paper, so it was my problem.
That little bit of trip wasn't worth it, man. It really wasn't worth it.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Petero versus Galasso. Step forward.
Shipper Terry Petero and his daughter, 17-year-old Melinda, are suing painter Angelo Galasso for damage to a Buick Skylark. Terry says Angelo's leaf blower ran into the vehicle while Melinda was driving it. Angelo is countersuing for damage to the leaf blower and pain and suffering.
Mr. Petero, you and your daughter live in the same neighborhood as Mr. Galasso, I assume.
No, actually, we don't, Your Honor. I live in Hillsborough. She was visiting her aunt at the time.
I see. So she wasn't near her home.
No.
It is your claim that your daughter was driving. She hit Mr. Galasso and his leaf blower. He was crossing the street.
Yes, ma'am.
And you want him to pay for the damage to your car.
Yes, ma'am.
Interesting. Mr. Galasso says that's sort of ridiculous. He was injured. His leaf blower was destroyed. He just thanked his lucky stars that he wasn't killed, which is why he didn't sue you and your daughter. But since you decided to sue him, he's got a counterclaim for the injuries he sustained and the cost of the leaf blower.
Yes, Your Honor.
On what date did this occur?
It was December 12th.
And what time of the evening was it?
It was 9 o'clock at night.
So you tell me what happened, Melinda.
I pulled out of my aunt's road. It was actually her road that I was coming off of. And I got on the road, started going, and I came up over this little dip, and I have pictures.
So you were on a hill?
Yes.
So you couldn't see the other side?
No.
And what happened when you came over the other side?
I got hit by something. I had no clue what it was.
You got hit?
I got hit.
You got hit or you hit something?
It hit the side of my car. At the point, I had no clue what it was, you know.
You have a picture of your car?
Yes. I have a picture of the car and the road where it happened.
Good. Let me see. Is this the road you're talking about?
Yes.
You were traveling here, and so you had no view of what was coming across the road.
Yes.
And you could not see what was below you.
Yes.
And what was below you was a pedestrian crossing the road.
Yes.
Yes. So what happened?
I got hit by something, like I said. I had no clue what it was at the time. It was 9 o'clock at night, dark.
How fast were you going?
I don't even think I was doing the speed limit by then.
Well, what's the speed limit?
It's 45.
So you think maybe you were doing 35 miles an hour?
Yeah, maybe.
You want to tell me what happened, Mr. Galasso?
Yes, I was out there blowing leaves, and I was just blowing the leaves, and all of a sudden she come flying over the hill, and she come hit me and knocked me into the ditch, and knocked my blower across the road too. I got pictures of the road where I landed.
Now, you saw Mr. Galasso being thrown across the road when you finally stopped your car?
I stopped, and I mean, I didn't see, you know, anything fly across the road.
Where did you see Mr. Galasso?
He was over on the other side of the road.
Was he on the ground?
Yes.
How do you think he got on the ground?
He was hit by the leaf blower that hit my car, which threw him across the road.
And you think he's responsible for that?
I don't think he should have been out blowing leaves off his driveway at 9 o'clock at night.
Is this what you encouraged, sir? You encouraged her to pursue this lawsuit?
Actually, it was my idea, Your Honor.
It was your idea. I wondered.
If you look at the car was set on the left side of the thing. He's saying he was blowing it off his driveway.
I don't care. Listen to me very carefully, sir. Because the state says that the speed limit is 45 miles an hour, if you choose to go around the speed limit into an area that you can't see, and you hit a pedestrian, which your daughter did, the pedestrian happened to be attached to a leaf blower, but bottom line, she hit a pedestrian because if she were going 5 miles an hour into an area that she couldn't see, she wouldn't have hit him. But she wasn't. She was going fast into an area where she had a blind spot, and that's her fault. Her fault. Not his fault. Her fault.
I'm just saying that he said he was blowing leaves in his driveway, If you look at the car, the damage that when he hit her, he was in the middle of the road. He could have seen her car coming over. He was trying to get across that road.
He saw her car coming over. Is that what you're saying to me?
If you look,
she couldn't see him, but he had a periscope. And he could see her coming over, and according to your daughter, and he had no right to be blowing leaves at 9 o'clock at night anyway. The apple don't fall far from the tree. You have no case against him. Now, but since you decided to pursue this matter, Mr. Galasso, who otherwise would not have pursued this matter against you, says he was out of work, he was injured, you ruined his leaf blower, all because she was going too fast to an area that she couldn't see. So, was the leaf blower destroyed, Mr. Galasso?
Yes, Your Honor. I have pictures of it.
I'd like to see them.
And I have the replacement and a little brochure on them.
What about you, Mr. Galasso? How do you feel?
I feel like she shouldn't have sued me. You know, after she hit me.
You were willing to let it go?
Yes, I wasn't going to sue her.
Did you have to replace the leaf blower?
I haven't replaced it yet, but I have
Does
a
it
replacement.
still work?
It's totaled.
And what about your physical condition, Mr. Galasso?
The only thing I got out of it, I was blessed. I only got a little thing on my knee, just a little indentation where the blower hit it. And then my elbow was hurt, but it's better now.
Were you out of work?
Yes, I was out of work for about a week and a half.
What kind of work do you do?
I paint lines on the highway.
How much do you earn a week?
$800 a week.
You owe him $2,551. Judgment on the counterclaim. Your claim is dismissed. That's all.
Thank you. Thanks, Your Honor.
Step out. Out the back door to your right, please. Now, this is case number 595 on the calendar in the matter of Gaskins versus Schutz. Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated. Folks, have a seat, please.
Ms. Gaskins, this is your mom? Is that right? You have 2 children?
Yes, I do.
How old are they?
Brittany's 11 and Haley's 9.
How many years did your children live with your mother alone?
None.
Is that right?
No, it's not.
Well, you seem to indicate that your mother took the children at one point. I mean, you say in your petition that you kidnapped your children, which means that for a period of time the children lived with her.
She filed a protection order.
I asked you a very simple question. You say the children never lived with your mother without you being there. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, I did say that.
Did the children ever live with you without your daughter being present?
Yes, they did.
For how long?
Probably for about 5 years of their life.
From when to when?
And that's not true.
I would say Brittany was probably 6 months old till about the age of 5.
Where was your daughter?
She's lived with 4 or 5 different boyfriends on and off throughout the period of time. And left the children there.
Left the children where?
The children stayed at my house.
And I've always lived there. It was my physical residence. I have proof of that.
All right. Your complaint, Ms. Gaskins, against your mother is twofold. First, that she has harassed you, and the nature of her harassment has been that she has called Child Protective Services complaining about your care of the children on I don't know how many occasions.
23 times.
And the second thing is that after you moved out of her house with your children, she refused to let you take property. So let's hear about what you perceive to be your mother's harassment by calling Child Protective Services.
You want to hear about it or you want to see it?
Well, I'll take a look at them first.
Okay. It all started December 7th is when she made the report, is because she wanted to gain custody of my children.
December 7th of what?
2000.
Okay. Let me see that report. That's when it started.
And she also made my children lie and say that I duct taped it.
Who's Lionel?
It's my ex-husband.
Is he the father of these 2 children?
Yes, he is.
Do the children see their father?
Yeah, they do every other weekend.
Does he support them?
He pays $214.30 a month.
Who else supports them?
It's me and my fiance.
Do you work?
Do I work? No.
That's my question.
Yeah, I work.
For whom?
I work for MedPen.
What do you do for them?
I sell diabetic shoes, and I'm also a cosmetologist.
You weren't working at the time of this report, is that correct?
To pursue legal custody of the kid.
Legal custody of the children?
Mm-hmm.
Who had the children been living with?
I was living there, and she filled out a protection order. The police came and removed me from the house because she said I duct tape my kids.
Why would she say that?
Because she wants to gain custody of my children so she can obtain child support.
$216?
It was $450 at the time.
So what you're telling me is you lived with your mom, according to you, and your children, continuously until 2000. And in 2000, something happened with your mother so that she wanted to gain custody of the children after all that time to get your child support of $400 a month. So she made up a story about you abusing your kids in order to have the courts give her custody.
Yes.
That's pretty serious.
The girls recanted their story.
What?
The girls recanted their story. It's in that proof that I gave.
I see that the girls recanted their story, but they initially told their story about maltreatment by you. Okay. What was the next report that your mother made? This was 2001, so this was a year later. Now, you were living with your children alone at that time?
No, I wasn't living alone. I lived with my boyfriend.
But you weren't living at your mother's house?
No.
But what was the new allegation in this petition?
I'd have to see it.
Here.
Kids complaining they weren't getting enough sleep at night because adults fighting, cigarette smoke burns the children's eyes and throat. It says adults are drug users and mom is mean to them. Anything she can.
Did you call in this report, by the way?
I don't know if I called that one particular.
Well, I'm talking about only
called,
this one.
I've called twice.
You called in the first one?
I don't know.
The first one had to do with the duct taping of the children?
No.
You did not call that one in.
I have proof right here where she had took a protection order against me and signed it and wrote the allegations out.
That doesn't mean that she called Child Protective Services. Did you or did you not call Child Protective Services about the duct tape incident?
No.
No. Okay. And you say you have proof that she did. Let me see it. Duct taping the children's mouths shut and hitting them. She doesn't say that she called Protective Services.
That's the protection order that she took out against me.
She doesn't say that she called Protective Services. She makes the same allegations, or some of them, that are made in this report, but she specifically says here that she herself did not see this, and nowhere did she say that she called Protective Services rather than a school official or a teacher or someone else the children reported to.
In the CPS report, it says my grandma made me say that or she will smack me with a wooden spoon.
Listen to me very carefully. The only question that I asked your mother was, did you call in this report? And she says she did not. And you said she's lying. She did, because she took out a protective order that says she called Protective Services.
Well,
it doesn't say that she called Protective Services, madam.
But it says that I duct tape my kids to a bedpost.
That is correct, but so did your children. And they didn't report it to your mother, they reported it to other people.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
It says she duct taped the girls to the bed. They were screaming, so she duct taped their mouths.
You have to demonstrate to me that she placed that call.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Chrissy Gaskin says her mother, Connie Schutz, has harassed her by making over 20 calls to Child Protective Services. Connie claims on one occasion, Chrissy duct taped her children to a bedpost.
All right. You said you called Child Protective Services 2 times.
Right.
In what years did you call Protective Services?
I believe it was 98.
And I live there still.
Good. About what allegations?
Drinking in the house and not going to bed on time and being tired for school.
Well, why would you call Protective Services? You were living in the house with her.
No, that's when she left and she took the kids to live with Jay.
Both times were in 1998?
No, I only called CPS one time, but then I called the Board of Education.
When was that?
I believe the Board of Education was approximately, I think, 2002.
And why did you call the Board of Ed in 2002?
The girls weren't going to school.
How did you know that?
I do daycare, and some of the kids I babysat for were in the girls' class, and I couldn't see the girls because I've only assigned certain days and certain months to see them. So I always say, how's Brittany today, or how's Haley? I ask about them every day. And I said, just make sure you tell them that Grandma loves them, misses them. And they said, well, Connie, Brittany and Haley wasn't at school today. The next day, they weren't at school. And so as I asked the kids I watched, they said they weren't at school again.
Gotcha. So that's when you called the Board of Ed.
Right.
Other than those times, Have you ever called Child Protective Services
No.
about your daughter?
No.
Did you ever call anyone indicating that she was driving around with a suspended driver's license?
Yes.
Okay. Who did you call indicating that she was driving around with a suspended driver's license?
The Vienna Police Department.
When did you call the police department?
It was on 4/18.
What year?
Of 04.
Ms. Gaskins, were you in fact driving with a suspended license in April of 2004?
I did not know they were suspended.
That's not my question.
Yes, I was. I have a cassette tape of the 911 where she had called in.
She says she called in, Colin.
Yeah, but it's if you just hear her how she refers to me.
Go ahead.
Central Communications. I'm trying to get hold of the Vienna Police Department. Do you know how to get hold of them? What do you need? Well, I have this girl that wants to harass me all the time, and she's driving on second offense suspended license, and she's harassing me all the time. And I know it's a known fact that she has no license, no insurance, and she's up here at the mall. So I needed an officer to talk to me, so maybe they can catch her when she pulls out. We'll just see.
Where are you at?
I'm looking at her car at Grand Central Mall right now.
Okay, where are you at on the mall lot? Big lie.
It also states in there that they were suspended since last Friday, and I wasn't living with her for a whole year.
Your driver's license was suspended for not taking care of previous citations.
Yeah, which
what
the
kind
mail
of
came to her house.
What kind of citations?
A speeding ticket.
Well, that's one citation.
Okay, and another speeding ticket.
So you had 2 speeding tickets, and your license was suspended because you didn't pay the tickets or you didn't respond to them?
No, I didn't get the papers because she received the mail and didn't give me those, and then that's when she called the cops.
Did you do that?
No, not at all.
She wasn't speeding for you. She didn't keep
No,
your
she
foot on
wasn't.
the pedal, did she?
No, she wasn't. No.
That was your fault.
That was my fault.
Ms. Gaskins.
I have a ticket here you might want to look at, too.
Sure. You had a DUI.
Yes, I have. I lived with her at the time.
Well, this was in '98. You were living with Jay.
No, I was not. I was living at my mom's house until December 12th, 2000.
She never had her address from her mail changed. Her mail always came to my house no matter where she
And
lived.
why would I want my mail at her house?
And she moved in and out like 10 times.
Okay. So listen to me very carefully, Ms. Gaskins. I have your mother acknowledging that she called in 1998, Child Protective Services. And this is when, according to your mother, you were living out of the home. I have your mother acknowledging that she called the Board of Education on or about 2002 because she believed that the children weren't going to school
Does she have
regularly.
proof?
And she called the police department 4/18/04 to advise them that you were driving on a suspended license. Do you have any follow-up on the report that she made to the Board of Education in 2002 about your children going to school?
My kids went to school. I have report cards.
No.
I have report. My
Listen
kids.
to me. Listen to me very carefully.
Okay.
Do you have the children's report cards from 2002 that show their attendance?
The only report cards that I brought with me were ones from 04 to 05.
I need 2002. Your mother says the children weren't going to school. It was reported to her.
Does she have proof of that?
Listen to me.
I have all this
Very
proof.
carefully. She doesn't have to prove that it's true, madam. You have to demonstrate to me that she embarked on a course of conduct that was frivolous and harassing. So far, you haven't shown me one report that she made to Child Protective Services. Not one.
I can show you that.
Show me.
Okay, right here.
Okay, tell me about it, and then you'll show it to me.
I highlighted it here, and it says, Chrissy was invited, but threw a fit. It was on Mother's Day is when she wanted to take my kids out to eat. And I said, no, it's Mother's Day. I want to spend time with my children. It's Mother's Day. It says, Chrissy was invited but threw a fit. She duct taped the girls by their hands and their feet to the bed. They were screaming, so she duct taped their mouths. And then it also states grandparents broke down the door.
First of all, whether it's true or not, I don't know. You have to demonstrate to me that she placed that call.
Exactly.
Now, you said you had 23 instances where your mother called Child Protective Services, and I only have so much time today.
No CPS reports were made when I was living in her house. As soon as I moved out and I gained custody of my children is when all these reports started.
Correct.
Is because she wanted to gain custody. I would never do anything to hurt my kids. The duct taping incident, they recanted their story. Grandparents broke the door down.
We did.
And now she's saying that happened.
Maybe you did.
It did not happen.
Okay.
The girls
Miss Gaskins,
recanted their
listen
story.
to me. I know that the girls recanted their story. I read the report, but the girls initially said it was true. Listen to me very carefully. You have the burden of proof to demonstrate to me that she engaged in a course of conduct over a period of time, over allegations that were not true, that she knew were not true, in order to harm you. And so far, you can't sustain that burden.
She closed out my checking account. I've had 23 mysterious...
Just a second. Did you close out her checking account?
Yes, I did.
When and why?
I don't remember the exact date, but why is because my name, it was on the checks, it says Chrissy Gaskins or Connie Schutz.
Is that correct?
On the account, it said Chrissy or Connie.
Right.
But on my personal checks, I put her name on there just in case the girls needed anything.
Just a second.
She could write a check.
Oh, my gosh.
Listen to me very carefully. This was a joint account. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes.
Are you claiming that she took your money out of there?
She took my money out of it. Yeah.
How much money did she take of yours?
It's $12,378.34.
Where did you get $12,000 from?
My oldest daughter, Brittany, she was identical twin, and I lost one at birth, and I've had a settlement.
Go ahead.
I don't know anything about no $12,000, but she had a bunch of overdrafts kept coming. So I said, that's it, I'm done. I closed the account out.
Did you take any money out of the account?
There was never any in there.
Okay, so what you have to show me now, Chrissy, is a check cut to your mother for $12,378. This was a CD, time certificate of deposit. This isn't a checking account, this is a CD.
It was a CD, and what she did was she had the CD on my ex-husband's car loan to secure it so he could drive the car. And she closed out my checking account, she paid the car off, and then cashed it in for $4,100.
She paid off the car?
She paid off the car, and then she had the car towed.
There was a cashier's check that was issued for $4,186.27.
Correct.
What is that for?
That was out of the money that was in an account to pay off Lionel's car that was secured against Lionel's car.
No, that was $8,192.07.
Right.
What did you do with the $4,186.27?
Lionel has it. I don't have it.
She just gave it to Lionel.
Gee, I can't figure this out. It's not part of your lawsuit, so I'm really glad I don't have to figure it out. But it seems clear to me, Ms. Schutz, that the $8,000 was used to pay off a loan.
Right.
$4,000 was left.
Right.
You say you gave the money to Lionel. I haven't a clue why you would give the money to Lionel, but certainly you acknowledge that it's your daughter's money.
Right.
Okay. What else do you want to tell me, Ms. Gaskins?
What else? Okay.
What you're complaining about with your mother is twofold. One, that she has engaged in a course of conduct to harass you, which you have been unable to sustain in a court. You may feel that way.
Can I show you one more thing?
No. The second thing that you allege is that your mother has property that belongs to you and or your children. What items do you claim that your mother retained that belonged to you?
She kept all my summer clothes. I got the girls' bunk beds back, but she didn't give me any of the bolts. My work belongings that were there, like a laptop she kept. I have scissors since I'm a cosmetologist that I paid $250 for.
Just a second. Let's start with the laptop. You have a receipt for a laptop computer?
No, I didn't purchase it. It was owned by Barnum Beauty Supplies. I was working for them.
Did she leave a computer at your house?
Yes, she did.
Where is it?
I called Barnum's Beauty Supplies. They contacted me, left a message on my answering machine, said that they was trying to get a hold of Chrissy. She will not return
Did you return the computer to them?
Barnum's. Yes, ma'am.
I also have scissors that I paid for, $250 worth of scissors. I had...
Chrissy, it's very sad. I'm not going to be able to fix this very sick pathology that exists between you and your mother. Try to let there be peace for the sake of your children. There was clearly a period of time, Ms. Gaskins, when you needed some sort of support from your mother, a home to go to when you were separated from your husband. You say no, but according to you, you and your children lived there until 2004.
She said that she needed the money to live there. She didn't work. She got paid underneath the table for babysitting. She needed money.
Ms. Gaskins, grow up. Take your papers, put them away. Put your effort into some other basket, please.
Parties are excused. You may step out. Yeah, this is case number 269 on the calendar in the matter of Dubois versus Clevenger. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Folks, have a seat, please.
All right, I'm a little confused, so I have to try to clarify a few issues in my own mind. Ms. Dubois, the defendant is the former wife of your current boyfriend. And you were living with your boyfriend, is this boyfriend?
Mark.
In a home that was previously the marital home, is that right? Ms. Clevenger filed an application for a protective order on behalf of herself and her daughter after an alleged incident involving you and her teenage daughter. That was filed in what month and year?
September 2002.
Now, Ms. Clevenger was in fact given a protective order for 12 months?
12 months.
And when was that protective order signed?
September 25th, 2002.
That order excluded you from the house?
When the children were there.
When the children were there. It excluded you when the daughter was there. Sometime later, you went to court to try to have the protective order vacated.
Dismissed, yeah.
When was that?
I'm not sure, maybe a month or two later.
7 months later, ma'am.
I thought, according to the papers that I read, it was in March of 2003.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So in March of 2003, you went to court to try to have the protective order vacated.
Yeah.
At that time, the judge told you, you can't have it vacated. You have to wait until it's over, which is another 4 or 5 months, whatever it is. While you were both in court outside near the clerk's office, there was an incident, according to you, involving Mr. and Mrs. Clevenger, but you claim that she filed a violation petition against you, claiming that you had in fact threatened her. Were you arrested?
I was.
And you were taken into custody. Ultimately, that charge was dismissed. Now, am I correct that what you are suing for is not the original protective order, but suing for the false charge that you claim that the defendant made with regard to the violation of the order of protection?
Actually, both.
Well, you can't file for both. So that's what I have to explain to you right from the get-go. A judge has granted her an order of protection. I do not look behind that to see whether or not the judge made a mistake or not. I'm not an appeals court for a judge. If the subsequent case after the March incident, when the judge denied the application, and I will find out what that is about, that is something that I can hear. Now, Ms. Clevenger has a counterclaim. Your counterclaim says that because she filed the petition to vacate the order of protection, you had to get a lawyer. Then you had to go back to court with regard to this second case, and you had to miss a lot of days' work because of all of this order of protection stuff. And that's what you're suing for. It's nonsense. You initiated the protective order. You don't get paid for that. Do you understand? Yes. Okay. I mean, I don't know what else there is. You have no claim for anything else.
I wrote down there for strangling my daughter. My daughter's been in intense therapy. Heroin was shot into her.
Listen to me.
Okay.
You didn't say anything about heroin in your case here. You say that your daughter was held down and strangled by the plaintiff.
No, she was shoved and she was picked up by her throat.
Okay. I'm not hearing it.
Okay.
What's your daughter's name?
Sydney Clevenger.
Do you see Sydney, sir?
Yes, I do.
How often? Stand up.
Yeah, I should stand up.
How often?
Pretty much every weekend.
Okay. She comes to your home?
Yes.
Does she have any contact with the plaintiff?
No, by order.
By order of the court?
Yes.
She's fine?
Very fine.
She's fine with you?
Very much so.
And your daughter is a teenager?
Yes.
She knows that you have a relationship with Mr. Dubois?
Yes.
She knows that she lives with you when Sydney isn't there?
She actually does not live with me.
She doesn't live with you anymore?
No.
But she knows that you are still in a relationship?
Yes.
And she doesn't hold that against you and say to you, by God, she strangled me, she assaulted me, how could you possibly have anything to do with it? She doesn't say that to you?
Occasionally she does at the beginning of this incident, but it's gone away pretty much.
Were you there when this alleged incident took place?
No.
These two ladies didn't get along?
My daughter and her?
Yeah.
At her instigating.
Well, that's what you say.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not hearing it. I'm not hearing your counterclaim with regard to this strangulation. She's fine. Now, let's get to your lawsuit with regard to the false charge that inspired the violation of the protective order which caused you to be arrested. Let's get to the arrest itself. I want you to tell me where that took place.
At my place of work.
Who came to your place of employment?
2 sheriffs.
Had you gotten any previous notice of it?
No, I did not, Your Honor.
And when did they come to your place of employment?
This original supposed breaking was 2 weeks after the September event, and then in March was when I was arrested.
You mean the alleged breach of the protective order was in September?
Yes. The same day we went to court on the 25th when she got the original permanent.
Can I see the complaint for the violation? Ms. Clevenger, the date you went to court on the petition for a protective order, you claimed that after you left court, she violated the order.
Yeah, it's all right here.
You claimed that she violated the order.
They both violated it in the clerk's office.
Did you have a protective order against him?
There's been one against him.
Was it ongoing at that time?
Yes, it was.
Okay. So you filed against both of them?
Not on September 25th. It was the protection order was filed for Eden Clevenger, Sidney Clevenger, and myself. It was signed on September 25th.
Listen to what I'm saying to you, madam. The violation that you allege happened the same date that you got a final order of protection.
Yes.
And it happened outside of the courtroom, inside the clerk's office. And it is your claim that both of them had orders of protection against them at that time, both your former husband and his girlfriend.
I know I got one that day for Miss Dubois, and we went up to the clerk's office.
So he didn't have one?
I believe he did from a while back, from March.
Did you or not?
No, I didn't.
No.
I thought we did have one.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Well, she used the F word.
Really? Let me see whether you say to the police that she said that to you. You don't. You mean this is all coming back to you as you're standing here now?
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Deborah Dubois says her fiancé's ex-wife, Vicki Clevenger, falsely accused her of assaulting her daughter. Deborah also claims Vicki falsely charged her with violating a restraining order.
The only thing that this police report says is that the police contacted Patty in the clerk's office, and she said she and Susie had heard Clevenger begin to talk loudly, telling someone to go away and leave her alone. So it's clear that nobody in the clerk's office, based upon the police report, could verify anything except that you were talking loudly. This was in September. Does anybody know why they did not come to arrest this lady until March?
I do.
Why?
Because the address that was placed on the police report was my old address when she knew full well I lived with Mark. So the summons got delivered to the house, and I never received it. The post office returned it, and then since I didn't go to court, they issued a bench warrant, I guess, and picked me up when they figured out where I was.
Between September, when you filed this,
on September 25th,
and March, did you have any other contact with the plaintiff?
No.
So it's clear that the plaintiff was not doing anything to bother you between September and March. Is that right?
She bothered me in the clerk's office that day.
Did you hear what I said? I want you to pay attention to what I said.
Yes.
Between September and March, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, she doesn't have anything to do with you. She's not in the house when your daughter is there. So why didn't you withdraw this complaint that you had made?
I had no idea that they forwarded it to the prosecutor's office, and the only address on the police report is the 35528 where she was living at. I never gave a wrong address. I've never known where she's lived.
Yes, you did. You knew she lived, just a second.
Yeah, and it's on the police report.
355. You knew she lived with your former husband.
It's on the front of the police report, the address. I gave the detective.
Okay. I just want to know whether between September and March you had any other conversations with any members of the police department or the prosecutor's office.
I did not get a call from the prosecutors till March. The advocate's office called me for domestic violence.
This was before she was arrested.
I'm not sure if it was before or after. I think it all happened after she was, because they sent me a letter in the mail. So I had no idea that they were even pursuing this.
Tell me what happened in the clerk's office.
I went up to the clerk's office and I was standing in line. They proceeded to walk into the clerk's office.
Because each of you had to get a copy of the protective order.
Right, and I was I was in line in front of them. And then I had to scoot over to another line, and they were verbally abusing me.
Tell me what they said.
They said I was a nutcase, I'm a psycho, they just really verbally abused me.
Who's they?
These two.
I want you to tell me who said what.
Mark Clevenger and Deborah Dubois were standing in line humiliating me.
That's a conclusion. I want you to tell me what he said.
You'll never get the kids. This is not going to work. this is going to be dismissed. You're a nutcase. You're a psychopath. Nobody's ever going to believe you.
Okay, so that's what he said.
Well,
now I want you to tell me what she said.
Do I have to say these words?
Yes.
She called me a psycho. This'll never. They both just.
No. Don't confuse one with the other. Listen to me very carefully. She didn't repeat exactly the same thing he said, so I assume.
She used the F word.
And what did she say?
You're.
Really? Let me see.
I did not say.
Let me see whether you say to the police in your complaint that she said that to you. You don't.
I don't want to use that word.
You told the police that they told her you're a nutcase, you're a psycho, this will never work, you'll never get the kids.
And
you didn't say the F word. You didn't say anything else when this first happened, September 25th. You mean this is all coming back to you as you're standing here now? No. They may have said things to you. They are not a unit. If your ex-husband was saying these things to you and they were standing together, they cannot be construed to be one person. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
Good. And I don't believe the other baloney that you just gave me because it's not in your police report that you filed the same day as the incident happened.
I was too humiliated to file it.
I don't believe you, Miss Clevenger.
Okay.
I don't believe that because I believe that if you are smart enough to go for a protective order, you list everything that happens. You want the police and the court to know the most venal of things that happened, so you would report it. It's not that you were humiliated. It's not that you were frightened, because you knew to go to the police immediately, and you would tell them everything. Now, so don't embellish to me. What happened is she made this complaint because she got very angry at what went on in the clerk's office. And I'm going to tell you something. I believe that it probably did. That there were words in the clerk's office. Miss Dubois, I don't know whether the words came from you or came from him. I'm not sure. Maybe a little bit of both. She was angry, so she went to the police. That was in September. They didn't act on it. Unfortunately, somebody had a day when they didn't have a whole lot of work to do, and they found you. I don't know how they found you at work. Do you know how they found you at work?
They went to my original address that she gave them, and my ex-boyfriend said she's at work.
Okay. Now, what happened when you went to court on this violation petition?
It was completely dismissed because she cannot get a domestic violence restraining order against me with her name on it. She could on behalf of the children, but the fact that she added in her name and everything was totally illegal. Can I say one other thing to you?
Sure.
If you noticed, the police report was filed 6 hours later in a different police station because she'd found out he was going to take her back to court. So,
listen to me.
All anger.
Listen to me. There were words that transpired in the clerk's office. I believe that one or both of you was so furious and said things that you probably shouldn't have in the clerk's office. Is that a fair statement, Mr. Clevenger?
Absolutely.
Okay. And she seized the moment and acted upon it. Did she do the wrong thing? She should have let it go. Because the people that ultimately suffer with regard to that are the children. And I would assume that since you have regular contact with your children, that this has created a strain between the two of you.
I actually have custody of one of my daughters, but...
Which child?
The oldest one, Eden.
How old is Eden?
Just turned 16.
Did you have custody of your daughter, too, for a period of time?
For the past 6 years, full custody.
And it wasn't until after this incident that Sydney went back to her mother, is that right?
Yes, it was a stepping stone to modify the custody.
And so that's been for about a year?
Yes.
That Sydney's been with her mother?
Yes.
Don't throw out her bed.
Oh, I will not. It's already made.
What? 1997, Mark and I resided together till 2002. We shared full custody with each other. I moved out of the house October 2000. Then he moved all these people in the house and then moved her in.
Madam.
He didn't have custody. We shared custody. I lived with him. We were a unit.
Is your older child living with him on a full-time basis?
Yes.
And your younger daughter, shh, listen to me very carefully. And your younger daughter, immediately preceding September of 2002, I don't care if it was for an hour or for a week or for a month, she lived with her father.
We shared the kids equally.
I don't believe that. Do you have an order?
Yeah,
I'd like to see the order. Immediately prior to September of 2002.
Yeah, I had him prior.
Let me
The order that was set in 97, but we got back together for 6
Did
years.
Did you hear what I said? I said immediately prior to September of 2002. I don't care if it's a week or a month. Let me see the order where you share 50-50 custody.
I was living in the house. We both had 50-50. I moved out.
You are not living in the house in July of 2002, right?
I moved out October 1st, 2001.
You're not paying attention. You're not paying attention. I said immediately preceding September of 2002, you were not living with your former husband, and your daughter was not living with you full time.
She was.
And you said
4 days a week.
And I said, let me see the
we
order.
We never went by the order.
I said, let me see the order.
I don't have that order. I mean, we shared the kids.
I'd like to see the order. Could I see the order, Bird? She has the order.
This is the parenting plan.
Not after.
It's not after. It's what was in effect.
It was. We never went by that.
Can I just see the order, please? This schedule provides that upon enrollment in school, the children shall reside with their father.
That was in 1997.
I don't care what it is. That's what the order is.
But we did.
That's what the order is. No, this is an order where you had full custody of the children. She had visitation. Okay, listen to me. I'm sorry I can't help you. I'm sorry I can't help you for the following reason. She had a right to go in and file for a violation of this protective order because she, in her mind, said, you violated the order by saying nasty things to me. When I say you, she's talking about the cumulative you. And I would assume that both of you had some things to say standing online. I'm not going to revisit that. I think that her violation petition was probably dismissed in the entirety because the order of protection was not for her. It was on behalf of Sydney, who was a minor, and perhaps she didn't understand that. I think she has problem understanding things, period. So I'm sorry that you suffered by virtue of this, but you should have kept your mouth shut in the clerk's office, sir. It would have been the smarter and wiser thing to do, because then she would have had absolutely no basis whatsoever to go in and file this. Ms. Clevenger, you have absolutely no basis to counterclaim, no basis for your lawsuit.
Excuse me, this order was... It says the petitioner and her children on this September 25th.
Can I ask you a question? Are you not hearing me?
I'm hearing you.
I just dismissed her case against you, and I told you that you have no basis to sue her. You were the person who filed for a protective order, and she is perfectly within her rights to try to go into court and say there was no basis for it. I want a rehearing, and if you had to hire a lawyer and lose days from work going into court, you precipitated it. So that's what happens. Goodbye.
Yes, case number 226 on the calendar in the matter of Fiala versus Parton. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Ladies, have seats.
You're home, and your girlfriend goes out to a party. You get a call from her, and she said, do me a favor, come pick me up, I'm ready to go home. So far, correct?
Correct.
You're really irritated because you didn't go to the party because you had to get up early to go to work in the morning, and so, but is this the girlfriend?
Yes.
But you got up, you got out of bed, you got into your car, and you went to pick her up at the party. The defendant was at the party. Wasn't your house, was it?
Was my house.
Was your house. According to your complaint, for some reason, he got angry and kicked and dented your car.
Correct.
How many times did he kick your car?
There's 2 visible dents.
He kicked it twice.
Correct.
Mr. Parton says that he did, in fact, put his hands on your car, but he put his hands on your car because you were in a really foul mood and you tried to run him over. And he put his hands on the hood of your car in order to sort of give himself a little leverage to bounce off the car so that you wouldn't kill him, right?
Exactly.
So it was self-defense that you put your hands on the car.
Correct.
And didn't cause any damage.
Correct.
Let's start with date, time, and place. The date this happened, sir.
August 2nd.
Time you got the call from your girlfriend.
2 a.m.
Was it the plan for her to call you to come pick you up?
Yes, the plan was for her to
call you and you were
me.
going to come and get her.
Yeah.
This was an important party, I assume.
Not important to me.
Were you going to work the next day?
Yes.
What day of the week was this?
This was a Saturday morning.
And what kind of work were you doing on Sunday?
I'm a morning stalker.
A morning stalker?
Yeah, S-T-O-C-K, not A-L-K.
Be cute. Jessica, this was an important party?
Not that important.
Important enough to get him out of bed when he has to go to work in the morning to come and pick you up?
Yes.
Oh. You think twice about marrying this girl, right? Would you do me that favor? Just think twice about it. She's not wrapped too tight. Or at least pretty immature. She got you up 2 o'clock in the morning. You got into your car. It was a car?
Truck.
Truck. What kind of truck was it?
Ford Ranger.
And what did you do?
I was wearing just what I wear to bed, just football shorts, and I threw a sweatshirt on. I planned on going from my house to the party, drive her back up to her house, and then go down to work, so I had my shoes and stuff in the back of my truck.
What time do you have to be at work?
5 o'clock in the morning.
What'd you plan on doing from 2 to 5?
Probably going over to her house and just waiting there.
Mm-hmm. Well, that gives you a little extra impetus. Okay. So what happened when you got to the party?
I had showed up and...
How come you and I are the only ones who get it? I don't know either. We've been together too long. Go ahead.
And I didn't know where her house was, so I had called Jen a couple of times because I believe her cell phone was out of service. So I called Jen to get the...
Who's Jen?
Jen is this lady over here. Called Jen a couple of times to get the instructions to the house. By the time I was talking to Jen, I mean, everybody went to the party to get drunk. So everybody there was drunk. So I was talking to her when she was drunk. She wasn't really making any sense, and then she brought up something about our relationship that was like nothing to do with what we were talking about. So
What did she say?
The fact that me and Jessica were having relationship problems. She said she didn't want to talk to me about it because she didn't like me right then or something. She said, even though I hate you, you know, I still have you come pick up Jessica or something like that. I forget what the actual words were.
How old are all these people? How old are you?
I'm 20.
And she?
18.
And this one?
18.
And this one?
21.
What state do you live in?
California.
What's the drinking age here?
21.
21?
21.
Any of these people drinking at your house? Is not an answer. Is not an answer.
Well, I'm sure that there's definitely people drinking there, but...
No, I said any of these underage people drinking at your house is what I asked you.
Not that I recall, no. I don't remember. I don't remember seeing either one of them with a cup in their hand.
Could you pick your pants up a little bit? I'm afraid they're going to fall off.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
So that got heated, and I told Jen to shut up. I told her just plain out to be quiet.
No, you didn't tell her to be quiet. You told her to shut up.
Right. I told her to...
Did you use any expletives deleted before you said shut up?
Yes.
That I believe.
Okay. Well...
And I'm impressed by the fact that you actually understood what I was saying. Go ahead.
So I told her to shut up, and by that time I'd hung up the phone and I found out where I was going. I pulled up, and there was probably, counting the two girls, there was probably 5 or 6 people like standing on the curb waiting there, and they all had drinks in their hands. I had my door unlocked.
No, he only had a drink in one hand. He was holding his pants up with the other. Go ahead.
So I pulled up. I had the door unlocked for Jessica because I saw she was standing on the curb. Before she could walk to the car, another guy jumped in front of her, opened up the door, and said, do you want to stick around and party with us? And I said, I got to go to work in 2 hours, so I don't want to, and I really didn't want to hang out with the crowd in the first place. That's why I wasn't there.
I want to know what you said. Did you say no, thank you, but thanks for the invitation?
No.
What did you say? Come on.
They said, do you want to stick around? I'm like, no, I got to go to work in an hour.
Okay. That's what you said.
That's what I said.
Nothing more hostile than that.
No.
Okay, go ahead.
So somebody said, what's his problem? And I looked over to the side, and Jessica was pulling the guy away from my door because he was advancing into my truck. Somebody hit my window from this side, and then the kick started coming in here. Jessica got in the car. I revved my engine. I took off forward because I had never taken my foot off the clutch. I was there for probably maybe 15 seconds. So my first initial thing to do was make some noise, so like nobody's ripping in my car, and
They had already started to hit your car.
Yeah, well, I mean, ripping me out of my car and attacking me because I'm in my night clothes.
Well, no, so far nobody had touched you. Is
well,
that right?
they were advancing towards my car, and the other guy was pulling on my handle saying, open the door. Said,
you just added that in. Go ahead. Keep going.
I'm sorry. So she got in the car, I revved my engine, and then back out of there and went home. And that was that.
How do you know that he kicked your car twice?
I watched him do it.
Can I see the marks on your car?
I think it's funny that he said he pushed off the front of my truck because even though there is a dent on the front of my truck that looks like a footprint, there's also a dent on the rear window that's a footprint. So if he was putting his feet in 2 places that are 6 feet apart to kick off my truck.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
He comes up the hill like this, and the tire goes over the curb, and I put my hands up to deflect it. That's right where my hands would have gone.
I'll pay for my other fender if you can do that
That's
too.
right where that's right where it would have gone. If I can?
Yeah.
I can. I guarantee you I can.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Danny Fiala says his girlfriend's friend, Josh Parton, kicked dents into the side of his truck.
Now, your girlfriend, after she got off the phone with Mr.
Fiala.
She came in and told you that he had cursed at her, is that right?
Correct.
You are?
Jennifer?
Jennifer. Jennifer and Jessica. I gotta keep, right? Gotta keep these straight. Step up here. Jessica.
Jennifer.
Jennifer. I feel like they have the hair the same. You're not twins, are you?
No.
When you told Mr. Parton that you had had a conversation with the plaintiff, what did you tell him that the plaintiff said to you?
I said that he didn't want to come up and that he told me that he was going to like beat me up or something. I don't really remember exactly, but I remember he's saying mean things to me.
He said mean things to you?
Yeah, because he was in a bad mood and I was bringing up stuff I shouldn't have brought up.
And did he curse at you?
I believe so.
And did he threaten you?
Yes.
And you told that to your boyfriend?
Yes.
Before he arrived, is that right?
Yes.
Where were you when you took the call from the plaintiff? Were you inside his apartment or outside?
I was walking down the walkway.
What were you doing?
Talking on the phone to him, because I knew he was about to pull up.
He called first. When he called you the first time, you were in the house.
Oh, yes. Well,
pay attention. Now, why were you walking outside when you answered the phone the second time?
To walk Jessica down to Danny's truck because I knew that he was pulling up.
Why were all these other people with you?
I asked Josh to come.
Why?
To walk with me and to introduce him. And then his friends just followed. I didn't ask them to come.
When you asked, so you just asked Josh to come to introduce him?
Yes.
Because you hadn't had any bad words with him yet, right?
Correct.
Actually, she wanted me to go down there and introduce myself and make him feel comfortable to want to come inside and stay, because she wanted Jessica to stay longer.
But by the time he got there, your girlfriend had already told you that he had cursed at her, correct?
Well, yeah, beforehand.
That he had threatened her, right?
Right.
That he made her feel bad, right?
That's what she told me, right? But at the same time...
Shh. And that he did all those things, and you're telling me that you greeted him when he pulled up in the truck and wanted to introduce yourself to him and make him feel comfortable so that he would come back to the party. Is that what you said?
Even he said that was the first thing that we said to him when he came up, right? I mean, because whether or not she's being mean to her on the phone, if she asked him to go down there and make someone feel comfortable to want to come in and chill, then why would I not do that?
She wasn't asking you to make him feel comfortable anymore after he cursed at her and threatened her that he was going to beat her up, Mr. Parton. What are you kidding? All right. Now, how many people came downstairs?
It was me, her, Jessica, and two of my other friends.
Two of your other friends. What are their names?
Josh.
Is not an answer.
Josh and Ryan.
How do you know Ryan?
He lives next door.
How old is he?
19 or 20.
And Josh, how do you know Josh?
Well, he was next door too.
Josh work or go to school?
Doesn't do either.
How old is he?
At least 21, because you can buy alcohol. He's at least 21.
So you had two people there who could buy alcohol, you and Josh, is that right?
And many other, probably everyone else.
No, you just told me that there were, I asked you who was there, you told me. One,
no, you said who went down to the car.
Who went downstairs to the car.
Right.
Well, that's what I'm asking.
There was more people inside, that was what I'm saying.
There were, you, 21, the owner of the premises where the alcohol was served. Two, Josh, not the owner of the premises where the alcohol was served, and two minors.
Right.
Who had both been drinking, right?
Yes.
What were you drinking?
Beer.
What else? Because you hesitated for a minute. What else?
Well, because just beer.
Why would you hesitate if I said, what are you drinking? You said...
Because I had to think about it. I don't remember. I've drank another stuff that one night. It was just beer.
What were you drinking?
Beer.
Anything else?
I had a Bloody Mary.
So there was other liquor there other than just beer. Now, why don't you explain to me, Mr. Parton, how it came about that you put your hands on the plaintiff's car?
Well, that's funny that you asked, because that's the last thing that he forgot to mention in his little statement, was that after she did get inside the car, he backed up and then came charging at us at least twice, trying to hit us. His tire came over the curb and tried to hit us.
Really?
So, like you said in the beginning, if something's coming at you, I'm going to put my hands out to deflect myself, and that happens to be on the right side. On the, if you look on the picture, I was standing on my sidewalk. It goes down like this. If he comes up the hill like this, then if he's come and the tire goes over the curb and I put my hands out to deflect it, that's right where my hands would have gone.
I'll pay for my other fender if you can do that.
That's
too,
right
with
where
your hand.
that's right where it would have gone. If I can?
Yeah.
I can. I guarantee you, I can.
Step up. Did you see your boyfriend try to run anybody over that night?
He did like a burnout. Sorry.
What's a burnout?
Like you rev the engine, kind of, to like get them away from his truck.
Yes.
And then he went forward, and then he reversed, and we left.
He went forward?
At us.
At them?
Well, he was, I don't know, revving. It was like on a hill, and it'd stick.
Did you see anyone surround the car when you got in the car and make a move towards your boyfriend to try to get him out of the car?
Yes.
Who did that?
I'm not sure. I didn't know them.
Well, there weren't that many people down there, madam.
I just remember I pulled one guy out of the truck because I wanted to get in the passenger seat. I don't know who he was, though.
Who was that?
I don't have no idea. I don't have any idea.
Well, it's either Josh or Ryan.
I don't remember. It wasn't me. I mean, I'm the one that's being sued. If someone else is climbing in their car, you should be suing them, right?
Mm-hmm. How much did you have to drink?
Shoot. Honestly, I don't remember.
And how was it that Josh and Ryan accompanied you outside?
Maybe they wanted to help me introduce myself to him. Maybe they were happy to just be out smoking a cigarette and someone pulls up and I honestly don't remember. I didn't tell if what you're looking for is if I asked them to accompany me. That's not. I did not ask them to accompany me. I swear to God, I didn't.
Maybe she did.
Well, I did. I know I didn't.
Mm-hmm. Was she crying when she spoke to you about how nasty he was on the phone?
Nope.
Just annoyed.
The last thing that she said was not he's calling me names. The last thing that she said to me was go out there, introduce yourself to him, and make him feel comfortable so that Jessica will want to stay longer.
Somebody who just cursed her and threatened to beat her up? That's what she said.
That's what she said.
Mm-hmm. She must have had a lot to drink.
Or just wanted her friend to stay.
Can I see the estimate for this dent on the side of your car? Mr. Parton, there was a big party going on. Everybody at the party had had a little too much to drink. I'm not saying that I condone somebody revving up their car, but I believe that your girlfriend told you that she had been insulted by the plaintiff. He's the only sober one there. He's coming there for the sole purpose of picking up his girlfriend. He hasn't been partying all night. His car got damaged. He says it got damaged as a result of you kicking it. You say it got damaged as a result of you putting your hands on the car. I have to make a judgment as to who I believe and whether or not this damage to this car, in my judgment, can be done or was done by somebody who's pushing off with their hand or somebody who kicked it. I vote for the kick. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,800. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I think he's made.
Obviously, that dent wasn't put there by a hand pushing off my truck, so.
I think he was scared the whole time.
Just don't hang around with these kind of people.
Now, this is case number 581 on the calendar in the matter of Parker versus Jazar. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated, sir. Have a seat, please.
Ms. Parker, you purchased a washer and dryer and a refrigerator from the defendant's store.
Yes, ma'am.
According to your complaint, all three of those items didn't work properly.
Correct.
You returned the washer and dryer, and after getting the runaround from Mr. Jazar, you went to the store and you claim he assaulted you there.
Correct.
You want to be compensated for the washer dryer, which you still don't have, the refrigerator, which doesn't work, and the assault.
Correct.
Mr. Jazar says you can have another washer and dryer, and he didn't assault you, you assaulted him. Right?
I don't think so.
Did you listen to what I said?
Yes.
What did I say that was wrong?
Right.
Ah, I see this is going to be an interesting case. Mr. Jazar, what's the name of your store?
Dallas Appliances.
When did Miss Parker purchase the washer and dryer?
I don't remember.
When did you purchase the washer and dryer?
I originally purchased it, it was in March, the 21st when I went in.
Of what year?
Of 04.
When was it delivered?
April the 16th.
What took so long?
Because originally I had went into a shop on the 21st of March to purchase the refrigerator. I paid him for the refrigerator, and I picked out a washer and dryer set that I liked. The one that I picked out was sold, and he told me that he would order me one, and it would take about a week to get in. My witness went out and picked the refrigerator up that same day.
Did he give you what you considered a better deal because it was a floor model?
No.
Why not?
Well, this is a used or refurbished shop.
What kind of warranty comes with?
It was a 60-day warranty.
Okay.
When they came out to pick it up, he explained to them not to plug it in 30 minutes after they got it to my house. And also, when they plug it in, to plug it straight in, not to wiggle it.
Why was that, sir?
Because if the freon shaking, they will mess up the engine on it. So it have to be 2-3 hours minimum to plug it in.
Is that what he told you, sir?
He told me a time. I wasn't really sure how much time he said, but he said, like, don't plug it in for this amount of time. And then...
Stand up. Stand up. Your name?
Darian King.
Mr. King, so he told you how much time, but you don't remember how much time he told you?
It was between 30 minutes and an hour that he said.
So did you listen to him?
Yes, I did.
When did you start to have trouble with it?
3 weeks later.
Within the warranty period?
Correct. It started making a loud noise. And so at that point, I still hadn't received my washer or dryer.
Had you called about the washer or dryer?
I called several times. I was getting them running around.
What's the matter with the washer and dryer?
She make a payment to the washer and dryer. She didn't pay me full price to the washer and dryer.
Why should you pay it before she has it?
When she pay me full, I give her the washer and dryer, and she called complain. I sent my technician to her house in my expense.
When did you get the washer and dryer?
It was about 3 weeks later.
How much did he charge you for the washer and dryer?
I paid $433, and I paid $378.87 for the refrigerator.
Was this a new washer and dryer that she was getting, or used?
No, used.
Where were you getting it from?
I'll buy them from dealers like a Sears or some other dealers. I fix them and I resell them.
Well, where did you buy this one from that she had picked out?
I have no clue.
What do you mean you have no clue? Who is supposed to know if you have no clue?
I buy it from from some guy. His name is David. He's a big wholesaler, so I don't know where I get it from.
When he delivered the washer and dryer to you about 3 weeks later, what was the problem with it?
Well, he never delivered it. I had to go in and pick it up. Okay. And at that time, it was a different set than what I originally pointed out. It was an older model, and then it was a different color than I originally asked for. And so I told him I didn't want that. That's not what I ordered. I told him that I just wanted my money back. He told me it was against the policy, and I showed him this is what I ordered. I showed him a set that he had there, and he told me, no, Sandra, this is more expensive. And so I was like, well, he was like, I'll make a deal with you. You give me $150 more, and I'll upgrade it for you. So at that time, I was like, fine. I had a small baby, and I needed a washer and dryer. So I gave him $150 more to upgrade it.
Okay.
Okay, he upgraded it. I took that washer and dryer, the one that I picked out at that time. As soon as I got it home, I would start washing clothes, and I noticed on the spin cycle it was like real loud. And I told him, I was like, Omar, it's too loud. And he agreed with me. He said it was loud and that it just had a new belt on it, and to give it a week and it should work better. And the dryer wasn't heating up like it was supposed to either. I waited a week. It still worked the same. I called him, left a message. He didn't return my call. I waited another week. At that time, my refrigerator was making a loud noise. He was like, well, I'm going to send my technician, Willie, to come out and look at it for you. He said it would be a $50 trip fee.
So we're still within the warranty on both of these items?
Correct. And I have the receipt for the...
Can I see it, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, for the warranty, she have to bring it to me, to my shop to fix it. The technician has
What, are you crazy? Are you crazy, sir?
No, she knows. I told her
Quiet. So far, I want you to consider yourself in trouble.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
I think this is good advertisement.
You think it's a good advertisement? I want to tell you something. If you think that this is a good advertisement, I have a good psychiatrist that I'd like to introduce you to.
And later today...
He's out in Kansas. You're in jail.
Yes, ma'am.
He wants to go home. He doesn't want to click his heels together and say, take me back to Kansas. He wants to click his heels and say, take me back to Texas.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Sandra Parker says appliance store owner Omar Jazar sold her 3 defective appliances. Sandra claims when she tried to get a refund, Omar assaulted her.
Keep going. You're within the 60-day warranty period.
Right. So he sent Willie out the following day. Willie looked at the refrigerator, told me the motor was going out. So I was like, fine. He took a couple of parts off the refrigerator and told me he would be back later that day. He was going into the shop to get the parts, and he would be out to repair it. He never came back that day.
Well, just a second. What's the name of your store again?
Dallas Appliances.
You still in business?
No.
Now, what happened when you went into the store to confront the defendant?
Me and myself and my witness and another gentleman went to his shop. They pulled around the back because they were going to load up the washer and dryer, and I went in through the front. I went over to him and I was like, Omar, is the part for my refrigerator in? And how about my washer and dryer? He told me no, the part wasn't in.
Why wasn't the part in?
That's not the truth. She never bring the fridge to me.
She doesn't have to bring it to you.
We have no problem with the fridge. She never mentioned the fridge for me. We don't have no problem with the fridge. The problem is with the washer and the dryer. That's
Listen
it.
to me, sir.
She never complained to me about the fridge. She just complained about it.
I have a receipt here from your technician who went out there and charged her $50.
And that's it. It was fixed.
Would you just tell me what happened?
Okay, I had went into a shop on the 21st. I had told him that I was just upset. I told him I wanted my money back. I had my receipts. I would just take him to court. He got upset. He told me he didn't want to deal with me anymore. He started trying to explain to Darian that he had a dryer up front and he had a washer in the back that I could take home.
All right, he's a hustler.
Right.
You should have contacted the Attorney General.
I did.
Oh, you did? Good. Maybe they put him out of business. Maybe they put him out of business. But if I were a member of the public, I wouldn't buy a thing from him.
Right.
Nothing. He took advantage of you.
Right.
He doesn't have to say a thing. The few things that he say to me make it crystal clear to me that he took advantage of you. And that's how he does business. But you're a grown-up girl. Right. You should know better.
Right.
Spend a little more money and buy something from people who are reputable, who have reputations, who stand behind their product.
Right.
Not charlatans like this man.
I think this is good advertisement.
You think it's a good advertisement? I want to tell you something. If you think that this is a good advertisement, I have a good psychiatrist that I'd like to introduce you to. You took advantage of this lady.
No, how come you said I took advantage? I don't take advantage of her.
How old are you, sir?
34.
I'm a lot older than you are. I don't look a lot older than you do, but I am a lot older than you are. And I have bought many an appliance that came with guarantees. Listen to me very carefully and stop shaking your head. Try to put on your listening ears, Mr.
Listening.
Jadar.
I'm listening.
I have never come across a store owner who told me to bring back the refrigerator. Never. They've said to me, bring back the laptop computer, bring back the camera, but I have never, and believe me, sir, I have bought more appliances than you have years. Ever heard the stupidity that you're suggesting to me is true, that if you have a problem with a refrigerator, you're supposed to bring it back to your store so that you can fix it?
She like it. She can buy it. If she don't want to buy it this way, she cannot buy it.
That's what she wanted. She wanted her money back. That's what you should have done.
No.
That's what you should have done, because the thing broke within the 60-day warranty period, and your mechanic that you sent out there was not able to fix it. And you tried to pawn off a washer and dryer that she had not ordered. And when you already had her money and she said, this is not what I ordered, you said, hustle, hustle. If you give me another $150, I'll give you a better one that's out front. Well, you already had her money.
That's
so
not
I'm speaking. I am speaking.
I'm listening.
You are a hustler.
No, I'm not a hustler.
You are a hustler, sir.
No,
and you hustled this lady out of her property. Now, did he hurt you when he ripped the receipt out of your hand?
Yes, we were back.
Wait just a second. Now, I want you to be very careful. Don't start shaking now, because so far you've been telling me the truth.
Okay, when we were back in the back, he was showing the washer and dryer. He was making out a new receipt. When I asked him to plug it up, because it looked like it was being worked on, he told me he couldn't. I asked him why. He told me because the repairman wasn't there to plug it up. I'm like, okay, well, just make me out a receipt, and on the receipt you need to state if I have any problems with it, you'll send him out there to fix it at no charge to me. And I have the old receipts, I'll just write void on them. He was like, no, you just give me the receipts. And I told him I wasn't going to give it to him. At that point, he got real mad. He stood up, he lunged at me, he grabbed one of my this arm, and he snatched the receipts. When he snatched the receipt out of my hand, that's when he scratched my hand. And at that point, I was in shock. I was just standing there, and Darren, he intervened between us.
Did you have any medical treatment?
No.
That's right.
And so Darian intervened in between us, told him not to put his hands back on me, and told me to go call 911. So at
You
that
don't call 911. I call 911. I have the police report here.
I have the police report and I have the
Why you don't go to
audio.
the hospital? Why you don't go to the hospital?
Because you scratched me and hurt, grabbed my wrist.
One, two, quiet. Good. The total amount of money that you gave him for the washer, dryer, refrigerator, plus the $150 for the upgrade comes to $961. As far as I'm concerned, you had at least a couple $100 worth of aggravation. And I think that he has to compensate you for the aggravation. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,200. That's all. Thank you.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
The police took both sides and told me to leave.
There is no assault, was there?
Well, I kind of used a little profanity to try to maybe scare tactic or something, you know.
There's no was hustling, nothing.
Don't mess with shysters like him.
Yeah, this is case number 248 on the calendar in the matter of Lassoff versus Hennon. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated, sir. Have a seat, please.
A cute couple. Miss Lassoff, you and the defendant had a very brief relationship. And during that brief relationship, you decided to live together, to room together. He was going to rent a new house.
Correct.
Then the relationship went south, but you still remained friends. And since you hadn't dated very long, according to both of you, you thought that you could make this thing work by just being housemates. Mr. Hennon signed a lease for 1 year. According to him, it was your understanding that you would each pay half the rent in this place and you would live there for the year with him in 2 separate rooms. When did you move in?
June 1st.
And within 3 weeks period of time, according to you, things didn't work out because Mr. Hennon, according to you, made some advances, romantic advances towards you. You said, I wasn't interested. He started to bring other women into the house. According to him, you went crazy. It all got very nasty. So you left after 3 weeks. You want your 1 week's rent prorated because you left after 3 weeks. You say he threw you out. He said he didn't. He said you moved out on your own. And you want back at least half the value of the stuff that you bought for the house, which you say that he kept. Mr. Hennon says that you left voluntarily. And he is counterclaiming for 11 months' rent because he said he signed this lease with the oral understanding, because you didn't have a lease with him, that you were going to live there for a year, right?
Yes.
Got it?
Got it.
That's where we are. All right. Miss Lassoff, I don't want to know about the girls that he brought into the apartment. I don't want to know about his touchy-feely with you. That's for another day. I want to know what happened the day you moved out.
Okay. Well, can I back up a little bit to say how I got kicked out?
Well, tell me how you got kicked out if that was how you left.
We just stopped getting along. You know, we just didn't get along, and he had a temper, very bad temper. I was very scared every time I was in the house. My hands would shake. He drove me to a point where I didn't eat or sleep for 6 days, and he said, get the F out. You're not on the lease. As I was packing up, he said, when are you out? Because I'm about this close to throwing you out, literally. And I was scared. That wasn't a place where I could live.
Is that what happened?
No, that's not what happened.
Well, tell me what happened.
The relationship obviously went sour, and our friendship went sour. I was constantly, coming home, and she was in my room. She was even sleeping in my room at night on numerous occasions. As she was saying these, sexual advances.
You were sleeping in the room with you?
Yeah, she was sleeping in my room, asking if she could stay in my room with me, and I was just getting tired of her. I couldn't handle it anymore.
So?
I did not throw her out.
No, so you got tired of her, you couldn't take it anymore, and what happened? Look at me. Look at me. Don't make it up. Shh. Don't make it up as you're going. Just continue trying to tell me the truth, because if you don't, I'll annihilate you.
When I told her to get out, was
That's what I want to know. You told her to get out. When?
When she was in my bedroom standing one night, and she would not leave my room when I had a bunch of friends over, and she would not get out of my room. And I told
so you told her to get out?
After she attacked me.
How did she attack you, sir?
She grabbed my neck and she grabbed my hands, and she cut me with her fingernails.
So you told her to get out?
Right.
So you did throw her out?
I didn't throw her out. I told her to get out of my room.
No. You told her to get out?
I told her to get out.
No. All right, so you told her to get out, and how much after you told her to get out did she get out?
10 days.
Is that right?
I was looking for an apartment the next day, and I was out in, a week, not even.
No. The month's rent that you paid for June is gone. Kiss it goodbye.
Okay.
The security deposit, she gave you a security deposit?
That went to the landlord, not to me.
Well, you're going to get it back. right?
No, because I'm probably going to end up getting evicted because I can't afford the house on my own.
Why don't you get a roommate?
It's kind of hard to find a good roommate, obviously.
No, that's not true.
It's
What
not
efforts
true.
have you made to find a roommate?
I had an ad in the paper. I couldn't really find him. I have a lot of personal belongings that I don't really trust just anybody coming in the house with.
So are you telling me that you have not looked for a roommate, or you
I have. I
looked?
had an ad in the newspaper.
And what happened?
I had no luck.
Really?
That's not true.
Well, second. You were planning to lease this house before you decided to move in with her. I read your answer,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
And how did you propose to pay the rent before you made this arrangement with her?
My brother was going to be my roommate.
Did something happen to him? Did he go
he's
to war?
he's in his own lease at an apartment.
Yes, when is it up?
Not till February.
Oh, so then he'll be able to move in with you.
But for the time being, if I
Then
can't,
then he'll be able to move in with you. When did he sign his lease?
I don't know exactly.
Well, it's usually a year lease, so if he signed it in February of 2002, which means in June, when you signed this lease, you knew your brother couldn't move in with you. You knew he couldn't move in with you in May, in April, in March.
Right.
Don't give me baloney. You see what I mean when I say I'll annihilate you?
Right.
I don't want you to look foolish,
Right.
so I want you to be able to tell me the truth. You have to find a roommate, sir, a housemate. It's a big house. In any event, this is the drill. How much is your security deposit?
I paid $300. It was $600
You paid $300.
of it. Yes.
Okay. Now, what about this property? So you don't get your month's rent back or any part of it because you left. You get your security deposit back because if he keeps it nice and neat and clean, he's going to get his security deposit back. But now, what personal property do you claim that he has?
We furnished the entire house. Me and him, I have receipts, he has receipts. We split everything. I mean, rugs, paintings for the walls, furniture, just everything you need for a house. And it adds up, it's a lot. And he wouldn't let me take anything. So I basically helped this guy furnish his house. And when I asked for things at the end or for money, he said, I'm not giving you a
Was
dime.
it all paid for? How much did you pay? What was it put on a credit card?
I have my debit card statements, $1,474.31, which we split. So I'm just asking for the $700 from that. And I'm asking, we put $600 worth of speakers around the pool, around the living room area. And he verbally told me, I'll give you half the money for that, and we'll split up all the belongings. And I got nothing.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
The walls were empty. She took about 90% of everything that we did buy.
He wouldn't let me. I tried to. He said, you're not taking it, and locked it in a room.
And later today,
What do you think? I'm crazy? I mean, I'm getting older, but I at least have a span of attention that lasts more than 5 minutes. They don't pay child support.
My oldest daughter's father just started paying child support.
And one's in jail, so he's not paying child support.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Jennifer Lassoff says former live-in boyfriend Sean Hennon kicked her out and kept her belongings. Jennifer also says Sean owes her for rent and a security deposit.
I'm listening.
When she left the house, the walls were empty. She took about 90% of everything that we did buy.
What walls were empty?
Like where pictures were, candle holders didn't have candles in them anymore. The cupboards were empty from groceries that I had bought.
Let's talk about furniture.
The couch and everything was hers to begin with.
Did she take it?
Yes.
Okay. And what about the other things?
Other things, she took, like I said, 90% of everything.
Like what did she take? So far I heard candles and pictures.
Pictures, candles.
I heard pictures and candles.
Plants.
What?
I'm trying to remember. Like candles. Plants, different plants we had bought. And also on the $1,400 she's saying for her debit card, she went out and she spent, I think it was approximately $300 or $400 on just her bedroom alone.
Which she took with her.
Right. Which that stuff does not involve me.
But what about all of the things he bought, and I gave him half the money for that? That's what I'm including.
I understand that, Miss Lassoff. That was your foolishness.
I know.
Foolishness. Because there are courts for people who are married and divorced, and then even those are imperfect because you can't figure out exactly who brought what into the marriage. But we have to deal with that. What's happened is everybody now lives together. Sometimes they live together in a relationship. Even those I don't like to get into and become an arbiter of candles and food and Rice Krispies, which is what you're talking about. But I'm certainly not going to get involved with two people who rent a house. They mix their money in a real mishmash and then come here and ask Bert to try to figure it out. He has other things to do, and so do I. You're getting your security deposit back. You moved out. You took your furniture, right? Mm-hmm. So you had the ability to take certain things that you claim were yours. Did you take any pictures from the house? Yes or no?
That we bought, no. He wouldn't let me. I tried to. He said, you're not taking it, and locked it in a room. I tried. He wouldn't let me take anything that we bought.
So you took the things when you left. You got a U-Haul it? Somebody came and helped you with a U-Haul?
I had friends help me in a U-Haul.
You're getting $300, which is your security deposit. Your counterclaim for the remaining 11 months on the lease is dismissed. Find a roommate. Got it? Goodbye.
Why is that excuse? You may step out.
He had a very bad temper, and I was very scared.
Very possessive. I just couldn't get away from her. I couldn't deal with her anymore.
Before that, I thought he was a great guy, and I guess I just brought out the bad side of him. We just did not get along.
She just wouldn't leave me alone.